Okay, now I shared with you a couple weeks ago that I bought some at least I bought one car Swordtail, right? And the car Swordtail had several fries. He had fries two times. Remember, it's only one female Swordtail car Swordtail I bought. It had fries about two times, and of the two times it ate half of one set, and it ate the entire of other set, right? So I was cognizant of the fact that it wanted to actually let out another set during the course of this week. So what I did, I actually watched it, and it started to have its rise from the night before, and I timed it, and in the morning I do not know how many fries are in it, but in the morning I actually remove it and place it somewhere else. So I am now I now have several Swordtail fries. And Swordtail fries, I do not know if you can see them, but they are in the water. They are very fast, and this you must be cognizant of if you do want your. There's one. There's another. Right. It will be really wonderful if I have about 20. Right. Bearing in mind that I only bought one Swordtail and she gave me 3 batch of fries. I have said this several times in my videos, but based on those persons who probably watching my videos for the first time, you must be reminded that live bearers such as guppies, swordtail, and mollies, they can save the sperm of the male and actually decide when they will get pregnant and whether or not they're gonna abort the child. They can save the sperm for up to 7 to 8 months, right? So therefore, these fries are from the sieve mint. You call the sperm of a fish mint, right? At least that's what I know they call ones for goldfish and for carp, right? So they save them, and they decide whenever they feel comfortable, they actually give birth to these fries. So right now I have in this container I have several Swordtail fries. Now with regards to this mini fish pond, I have I think it's two blue emperor tetra. I intend to leave these emperor tetra in this mini pond for a long bit, probably about 2 to 3 months, and changing water a little bit here and there. The intention is to breed them, but they, just like normal tetra and barbs, they will actually eat their eggs. So what I'm doing, I place a lot of vegetation in it. This vegetation should mushroom into thicker vegetation. So as they actually lay their eggs, what will happen is that the eggs will become lost in the vegetation, thus giving me some fries. But what I need to do, however, is to continuously monitor the pond, because as soon as the eggs hatches into fries, the fish will still eat them. So I still need to monitor. Now, how do I know that my blue emperor tetra is a male or a female? Now, many of you, including myself to some extent, are novice fish keepers, right? While I am not a novice fish keeper, I am bordering in between one that is knowledgeable and one that is new to some aspect of fish keeping. And thus, my experiments keep on surprising me each time. Alright, so what I'll do, I'll check to see which of the fish have the bulges at the side. The bulges at the side indicates eggs within the fish. Right, the one that is flat and who is a little bit slimmer would be the male. Right, some persons look for coloration, some persons look for the size of the head, but I just stick to this aspect so as to quickly identify the male and the female. Now, in this pond, I have two glowfish. Right, this pond looks really green and messy, but at times you have to allow nature to take its course, so as to ensure that you get the best out of your fish tank. Right, you wouldn't have this in your fish tank because it would look ugly. But as you see, the new vegetation is actually mushrooming from this pond. It is hoped that in a couple weeks the entire area will be filled with this type of vegetation. But I have some glow tetra in it. I have a male and a female. It is hoped that these also will give me some fries. What will happen is that the roots of the water lily will go down into the water, and it will actually be coming like the hyacinth water lily, right? And because the water is shallow, it will give the eggs space to hide, or should I say to put itself in. Thus, when the parents are actually looking for the fish, the maybe for the egg, parents looking for the egg, they won't find them. But the water is getting green, so that even make it a little bit more complicated for them to find, right? A fact to note, these white things in the water, they are not feed, and they're not something that I placed in it. This is one of the disadvantages of when you actually place your fish stock near a tree. It can be advantageous because some insects might just fall into the water and the fish either have a meal. However, sometimes certain things fall into the water from the tree, which is really unattractive to the eyes, right? So it is hoped that the fish probably might have some meal out of these white things. I am not 100% sure, but I would think that these are white fly eggs. I am not sure, but and I just placed them recently in it, so I'll see. I just placed the fish recently in the pond, so I'll see what happened in the future. So thank you for making the fish keep in Jamaica. Today I'm sharing with you the fact that I have 2 mini ponds with 2 different sets of fish to be bred. Right, these fish were inside for about 2 months. Blue emperor tetra and glowfish. Right, I have 2 more sets of fish like these to be placed outside. I think I have a set of glass fish and eflux barbs in which I need to put, but I'm waiting on these fries to become more than a mouthful, so as to place them in a pond that has several fries in it. This is the pond I'm talking about. But if I put them in this pond, if I put my newly born swordtail fries in this pond, the fish that is in it will consume them. Right? You saw, yeah, you see right now, you see I one swordtail, koi swordtail, yeah man. I have about 4 of them in it. Right? So if we get about 15 more from this, but alright, because I'm gonna be building a planted tank in this series, you know. I'm gonna be building 2 big planted tanks, and I'm gonna be placing them on my veranda, right? And in this planted tanks, I'm gonna be having my hyphen swordtail, lighttail swordtail, some pretty guppies, mollies, right? And then I'm gonna build another tank around the back on my back porch, where I'm gonna be placing my larger fish such as my Jack Dempsey and my very large pleco and my Oscar, and those fish are just for display, not for breeding, right? So thank you for making fish keep in Jamaica again. It's hope that you continue to watching. It's hope that you continue to watch my videos, and for those persons who have not yet subscribed, I'm asking you to subscribe. I'm getting the views, but I'm not getting the subscription. It will be very, very good if I do. Bye bye.